what's going on? Welcome to Teasing the NFL. Daniel Saludo here, along with Andrew Chang. It is time for the No Sweat Bet, which is actually a name that I wasn't a big fan of. He actually came up with it.
That's right.
And it slowly grew on me over like 3 months. Actually, yeah, hashtag No Sweat Bet.
Hashtag No Sweat Bet.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
There you go. Hashtag Teasing the NFL.
There you go. I'm gonna let Andrew tee this up first because I'm actually kind of still half thinking about mine a little bit.
Oh, really?
Just a little bit. I'm about 95% set, but you guys have to remember that. Yeah. I know. Scared money don't make money. Blah blah blah. All that. We know.
You stop reading from my script, please. Actually, this show is very organic. We don't do anything.
Yeah, we don't do any of that. We don't have time for that.
That's right.
The no sweat bet is basically what we think is the closest thing to a guarantee as possible with the highest amount of value that we think that you can get in a game. So it's not necessarily the game we would be betting come Sunday because we're recording this anywhere from Thursday to Saturday, but at the moment right now that we were recording this is what both him and I feel is the best value if you were to throw $100 in right now. Or 110.
Yeah, with the numbers presented to us, because these numbers will probably change come game day. Yep. And I guess I will start off with, I have different strategies going into this, but I picked 2 Sunday noon games.
Yep.
I picked the Seattle game. I would like them to win it, even though they can lose by 2.5 against Atlanta. And then I'm also very high on Fly, Eagles, Fly, because they're going against their division rival, the Redskins. The Washington football team.
Thank you. Dan Snyder does not appreciate that, sir.
Sorry, I'm not a racist, I promise. But yeah, I'm still high on the Philadelphia game. I will say, though, that we just found out, or I did at least, and I kind of scared and freaked out Danny
because I have this player on my fantasy team.
Miles Sanders is still questionable with, I believe, a hamstring injury.
Hamstring.
But I'm not really concerned. They still have Zach Ertz. They still have Carson Wentz. They still got my boy Deshaun Jackson to kill him. And those fast.
And Jalen Reagor's healthy, so Jalen Reagor will start. Will play, not necessarily start.
That's right. Going against a bunch of bums, Dwayne Haskins and
Terry McLaurin.
Whatever.
That's all they have. That's literally all they have.
Exactly. Yeah. And with Russell the Love Muscle going into Atlanta, and him having Chris Carson, he has Tyler Lockett, he has Disley, he has Metcalf, which is who I wanted in my draft. I think these are no-brainers. Of course, the creation of the no sweat bet is literally like you don't have to worry about these until something drastically goes wrong.
Or if you're me and it's still the first quarter of a game.
Yeah. You want to? Do we have time for that story?
No.
Okay.
Everybody knows the story about.
No, they don't.
People know the story about the Texans game, the Texans KC game in the division. People were worried about their bets. That's all you're gonna say. We're good. Onwards.
Anyways, I was saying. Basically, the no sweat bet is that something catastrophically has to go wrong in order for you to start really worrying. And at that point, it's like, you know what? There's nothing I can do about that. Okay, so Russell Wilson gets hurt on the first play of the game. Well, it was a no sweat bet until that happened. Same thing when Carson Wentz. I remember Carson Wentz got injured.
He got injured in that wild card game.
In the wild card game, which up until then it looked pretty good, and then you know what? Stuff happens. That's football, and you don't have to sweat it because it was already going to be in your pocket. But then you know what? Things happen. It's like,
and they stole your wallet after that.
Don't sweat it. It's got to be another week. Got to be another game.
That's true. It's another week.
With that being said, those are my no sweat bets. Danny, now that you're had enough time to contemplate and to think about what I had to say, what would you like to add to the conversation, sir?
I don't know. That was a very, very nice way of handing the ball to me.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. Anyway, no, that's actually a really nice combination. It's actually one of the those were 2 of the teams I was considering combination with. But I am gonna I'm kind of going to go with the safe floor here. I'm going to take New England minus half point. Go win me the game, Belichick, and I'm going to take Baltimore minus 1.5. Lamar Jackson, go win me. Go win me the game. See, one of the things I worry about in the Seattle game is that because Seattle can be slow starters, they can lose this game, yes, but a field goal makes them lose, and they're not at home, so that's what makes me worry. And then now you making me panic about Miles Sanders and everything. I'm like, man,
don't you got your boy Scott?
I do, and I understand that, but I'm talking about from a betting perspective, just looking. I mean, they should win this. I'm comfortable with them winning it, but they
will win this.
I mean, I just don't know. I just feel more comfortable with New England and Baltimore. I think if New England was Thursday night, for example, and that line wasn't there, I'd probably be on Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. Those would probably be the two. But this is. And I'm going kind of with his strategy, which I don't always do. 2 games in the early afternoon. So, yeah, I'm going to go with New England minus half, go win me the game. Baltimore minus 1.5, go win me the game. And that's actually what we kind of both have in our teaser is have the favorite kind of go in and win. And that's one of the keys for me.
I mean, especially with week 1, you saw it in the there's no preseason. Yep. So, and KC looked good. Texans, not so much, but it just tells you that anything can still happen. Mm-hmm. It is really the first game, so your safest bet, if there is such a thing, is to go with the favorite for the first week. See how these teams are developing. I kind of like your bets as well. I think that Cam Newton will be a great.
You're gonna stop saying that when they start winning.
Oh yeah, cheaters and Scam Newton. Yeah, it goes hand in hand. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they'll have an impressive record.
Sure.
And they'll give us a lot of money. I'm pretty sure. But I like that he's got something to prove. And Cam is. I want to see if he still got it. And
Me too.
I think he will. I mean, it's Miami. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's Miami. They should win.
It's Miami, so yeah, not they should. They probably will win.
Yeah.
I'm not really concerned about Baltimore. Only the fact that, the first game against the Browns, they did lose. Somehow.
They did.
Magically. I don't know how, but they did.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I think, and I heard a report that said Mark Ingram said that, Mr. Jackson is light years ahead of what he was last season.
That's all
mumbo jumbo. That's all
pump up type. That's all pump up talk.
But I mean, what if he did make some improvements to his form? What if he did make some improvements to being a pretty good pocket passer? That could open up a lot of venues.
Not a year.
But you still.
It's still good enough for me. I'll take it. Even though I'm the Steelers guy, I'll still take it because it's all about making money here. So
I like that. And that also brings us to all the other bets that we said. Danny's following my strategy just this week. You have the early games first. So if you win those games, hey, you don't really have to bet anymore. If you followed us with KC, you won that game. Then if you follow us with these no sweat bets, hopefully you win that game, and that's enough betting, right? Maybe
or
not.
Or if you're greedy, just like, I gotta bet more. No.
Maybe if you got an AMG to pay off, you just want to put something online. Maybe you got a house.
DJ, man, you hearing that? DJ, you hearing that?
Shout out to my private car dealer. But that's my strategy. If I don't have to bet, I won't.
I know.
And but this is Teasing the NFL. We're trying to give you the best bang for your buck value on all these teams.
Because because that's something we're giving you these based off of what we would do. We're not just going to throw an idea out there that we wouldn't follow up. These are legitimate bets that we would actually make at the current time. Or if these lines hold up, these both may be our bets we take on Sunday. So
pretty much.
I'm excited for this. I mean, it was good to get that first game in. that first win, but now I'm excited for Sunday. It's gonna be.
Hey, let me tell you, that first game definitely was not a no sweat bet, ladies and gentlemen.
We were sweating after the first possession.
America, I was so scared. My Texans almost let me down. Oh God, it was rough.
Backdoor cover.
I just saw the replay of it today on the NFL Network. Yeah, it was. I was like, see, guys, this is when I was sweating. I was showing all my guests on the bar. I was like, this is when I was sweating. It was like 7-0, and it was, I think, like 3 minutes left in the second quarter. And I was just like, oh my God, no, why? Like KC.
Well, they made it happen. They made it happen. That's all that mattered. They got there, and that's what mattered. And that's the way it'll be a lot of times. Is you want your bet, you want your teams to get there, and they'll get there. So we'll review this one more time. For me, the no sweat bet is New England -0.5 and Baltimore -1.5. Andrew's going to take Seattle +2.5 and Philadelphia +0.5.
The birds, baby.
And he's going with the bird combination.
That's right.
So get ready to enjoy this week. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Sweating, no sweating. Just enjoy the games. Don't have to bet. And enjoy the seat on your couch. Enjoy the chips and dip and whatever other stuff. The beer that you're going to be drinking. Enjoy all that because, this is something that we've been waiting for what seems like an eternity because of the current situation with COVID that's happened. But, adding betting is just a little bit extra to it. That's what it is.
Tell me about it, man. My Sundays have been so boring. No text from the girlfriend, no notification fancy, no notification in the group chat.
No me nagging you about lines.
Yeah. Well, I will have to wake up early on Sunday,
you have
but
to. Do not sleep like you did in the divisional playoffs, I think, or the conference championship. Anyways.
Why don't you just close out the video?
Yeah. All right, so that'll wrap up week 1 here. When we come back next week, we'll do the same thing all over again. And then when it comes to the no sweat bet, we'll review last week with our full results of how the no sweat bet went and what our actual bets were. Oh, yeah. But until then, enjoy Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Grab the popcorn and chips and enjoy it. But until then, for Andrew Chang, I'm Daniel Saludo. Get that money out there if you're ready for it. Get your time in for those bets. And, as we always like to say, don't forget to be a tease.